What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are all having an absolutely fantastic day. I know I am. If you are, press the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam. You'll be forced to get a tattoo of a butterfly right above your mouth. And then every time you open your mouth, it'll look like the butterfly is dropping a deuce on whatever's coming out of your mouth. And trust me, it's not going to be a good look, so press the like button. What's going on, guys? It is your boy Scrub back again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about something pretty interesting that happened to me about 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Okay, as you guys know, for some reason I have an addiction to crazy girls. I don't know if it's the fact that any sign of stability means that story times might be coming to an end and I need to date crazy in order to keep it going or what, but I'm telling you, my spidey senses tingle over crazy women. That's like the best part of it all is, oh my gosh, she's crazy? Yeah, give me your number pronto, alright? I'm really desperate for you to just ruin my life forever. That's my favorite thing to do. So I fell out of this rocky little kind of sort of relationship that I was in, and I did the first thing necessary, which is downloaded the old Tinder. And whenever I download Tinder, I do this thing where I just give my phone to Grant and I say swipe, 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 because for some reason in my head I was like, hey, if my taste is always so bad that I get crazy girls, I guess I could trust my best friend to try to pick instead, you know? Like, hey, maybe if Grant picks the girl, she'll not be crazy, which, I mean, we're telling this story because he's terrible at it. So apparently me and Grant's judgment is both absolutely terrible, and we both for some reason just go, oh, yeah, crazy girls, those are the best type, you know, sign me up. Oh, she's got issues and is gonna end up outside my house screaming at me? Perfect, that's fantastic. So Grant finds this girl who for the rest of the story will be named criminal number 1 because that's what she ended up being, and she's cute, and he's like, oh, you two would hit it off, so here you go. He gives me my phone back and I start messaging her, and you know, I'm putting on the moves. All right, Scrubs knows a thing or two about being smooth with the ladies, and I'm picking up that she's picking up on the vibe. She sounds like she's having a good time. I feel like I'm having a good time, so everything's fantastic, right? So we're talking, and we are genuinely having a good time texting, and I'm putting on the moves. So she finally is like, hey, we should go on a date. And I'm like, yeah, we should go on a date, all right? I don't know why I said she finally. She just kind of says it. And I'm like, wow, that's cool that she was the one who wanted to go on a date. Usually, as a guy, you kind of have to force conversations to get to this point. Like, getting a girl to actually go on a date, you have to want to do the asking. You got to read the vibe right. So when she was like, hey, let's go on a date, I was like, yo, this is dope. This girl's... Oh my god, I just burped while I was talking. That was super weird. I'm like, yo, this girl's super sick. She asked me if I wanted to go on the date, so I didn't have to, like, have the awkward time. This is perfect. She's cute. She's fun to hang out with. No big deal, right? She texts me, though, and she says, my brother's in town. Is there any way that we can hang out with my brother and us? Like, that way I don't feel alone, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, if your brother's in town, I don't care because I don't have any bad intentions, all right? Come to find out, her brother is a little bit more than her brother, but we're getting there. So I show up with the date, and I brought Grant because I was like, oh, if we're just all hanging out, then like we're all gonna hang out. So I show up and I bring Grant, and I can tell immediately that this girl is kind of pissed that I brought a friend, which, I mean, you're telling me that you can bring your brother and your brother's entire gang, okay? But if I bring one person, all of a sudden I'm rude, whatever. So she's kind of annoyed that I brought someone, but she's like, whatever, we'll just hang out all night. Like, we can ditch your friend later. And I'm like, dog, I don't ditch my boys, all right? That's my dog. That's my quarterback, okay? Whenever I go inside and he stays in the car, I leave my windows rolled down because you should never leave a dog inside without air conditioning. You know what I mean? That's the type of friendship that Grant and I got. I'm not abandoning him to hang out with some floozy that I've never, like, met in person before. So, I think we're hanging out. I think we're having a good time. We're at this place where there's like arcade machines and stuff, and I'm pretty good at video games. All right, I ain't gonna lie. I may have been a Tamagotchi pro back in the day, so I'm kind of flexing my video game skills, and I'm beating her brother. And her brother's getting really mad every time I beat him in video games, like embarrassingly mad, okay? So he kind of doubles down, and every time I would beat him in a fighting game or a racing game, he'd be like, I bet you can't do that again, and started like trying to bet money and was getting hyper aggressive whenever I would win. Like, one time I won in this fighting game, and he gets up in my face and he's like, you're so lucky I don't beat you up right now. And I was kind of like, dog, we're just chilling at a Dave and Buster's. Can you calm down a little bit? Like, we were all at like a -2, and you just tried to take it to like a 47. Let's bring it back about 40 notches, all right? So Grant's kind of giving me this look like this is weird because she's weird, her brother's really weird. He's trying to fight me over video games that he keeps asking me to play. Like, call me crazy here. If I'm kicking your butt at Mario Kart, maybe stop asking me to play it, Brad. I know that's rocket science to you more than likely. So finally, her steroided brother gets super aggro and is like, whatever, we're gonna play one more game, winner takes all. And I'm like, all right, bro, winner takes all. You can have everything. You can be the king of this adult Chuck E. Cheese, man. That's totally on you if you beat me. No big deal. But I gotta let you guys know now, my personality trait, I'm kind of a troll. So like when people get mad at funny things, I don't relax. I don't take it easy. I don't let up. I really enjoy watching people get mad over dumb things. So knowing that I can piss off this guy and basically ruin his entire day for beating him at a video game that's pretty easy to beat him at, I had to beat him, okay? I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, you were on a date. It's her brother. Like, you should have let him win. But, like, come on. If you're getting baited this hard in the middle of adult Chuck E. Cheese, then I don't know what to tell you. You kind of deserve it. And I don't feel bad at all. So, obviously, we're playing this game, and I beat him. And the second I beat him, I realized that this guy is way angrier than I thought. I knew he was mad, but the anger in his voice palpitates, and I can hear him say, and I'll never forget these words, "Well, this is why we're gonna rob you." I was starting to feel bad for a second, but considering your smug little smile right now, I don't mind. And I'm like, You're gonna what later? And the look on his face changes. He goes, "Oh yeah, I was just kidding." And I was like, I don't know, dog. That's not the first joke that comes to mind, all right? Not once have I ever been beaten in a video game and been like, that's why I'm gonna rob you. You know, like, that's why I'm gonna sleep with your mom, whatever. Like, okay, that's a little more, that's a little more my speed, but not once have I ever been mad at somebody and my joke been like, aha, I'm going to rob you. Aha, like that just doesn't happen. I'm sorry. I'm really not believing your cover story here. So obviously, I kind of give him a weird look, and I go talk to who I thought was his sister and ask her what's going on. And when I say, you guys are going to rob me, her face, like, doesn't react the way I thought. You know, if I was on a date with somebody and my sibling was like, I'm going to rob you, and we didn't have a plan to rob him, I think I'd be a little embarrassed, you know. And she just immediately gets super defensive and is like, he didn't say that. Like, and even if we did, why does it matter? Well, even if you did, why does it matter? Because I don't want to be robbed. That's not on my list of things that I like to do on a date, okay? When I was describing to you my dream girl on Tinder, it wasn't Grand Theft Auto. Like, that wasn't on the list for me, okay? Like, I get it, you know. Maybe you've got a different idea of fun, but I think if robbing people is your type of fun, then we're not gonna work out too well. So it's at this point I realized that the brother definitely had some truth in it, because you don't just get defensive over that out of nowhere unless that actually was at least a little bit of your plan. Like, I'm sorry, but, you know, you getting weirdly defensive about why I would care if you rob me certainly makes it seem like you might have a plan to rob me. So I'm kind of like, look, I can call security right now, or you guys can explain what's going on and just let me know what the plan was. You guys can pick and choose, but he already threatened to beat me up. I already have that. Grant witnessed it. Like, I could get you in trouble for that, or you can just tell me what's going on, because obviously there's something going on here that is more than meets the eye. And this is when I find out that her brother is in fact her boyfriend, and that their plan was to rob me after we hung out, and I trusted them and I was gonna go back with her, but my friend kind of ruined it, and it was rude to bring my friend on the date, which is a really weird criticism. Okay, you're the one who just admitted that you were going to rob me, and you're like, but regardless of my intentions to rob you, it's really not cool to bring your friend on a date. Like, oh, I apologize so much for my rude behavior. It won't happen again. Mainly because we're not going on another date, but also we're not talking again. Like, what a weird thing to say. Hey, yeah, we were gonna rob you and steal things from you, but you bringing your friend was super not cool, man. I mean, realistically, that's how you act on a date. No wonder we were gonna rob you. So I'm kind of like flabbergasted, don't really know what to do. Obviously, I didn't think it was going to be that situation. I just knew something was going on. So I'm like, I don't really want to have to get security or the police involved, right? Like, that's not my go-to. So I decided that the best thing to do was to just leave. So I kind of look at Grant. I'm like, all right, well, I guess we're going to go. But before I left, I was like, do you guys do this a lot? And they're like, no. We were having like moral reservations about it, which thanks for telling me that I have a very robbable face. Like, before me, you guys were like, oh, I would never rob someone. And now you guys were like, oh yeah, 10 out of 10. Like, your face? Yeah, we'd rob at a heartbeat. But yeah, I told them that it probably wasn't a good idea, and they're not very good at it. And they were like, "Yeah, you're kind of right." And I left because I was a very awkward person. I didn't know what to do. Okay, I don't know how you're supposed to react to that. I never had a class on how to react when the girl you're on a date with says that her plan is for her and her boyfriend to rob you. That's not something I ever expected to go through, but apparently my life is like this now. So yeah, that's how my dating's life's going. I hope you guys are having better luck dating, all right? I hope all of you guys find the love of your life and they don't try to rob you in the middle of an adult Chuck E. Cheese, because I just feel like that's a bad way to start a relationship, you know? Not many happy marriages start with that. But on that note, guys, I think that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I would really appreciate you pressing the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought. Today's notification shout out goes to the ever strong, fantastically ripped, and occasionally somewhat savage Matt Busser. Big shout out to you for having on notifications, man. If you want a notification shout out, you just gotta turn on notifications, send a screenshot to my Instagram at Scrubby, and I shout somebody out every day. But on that note, I'm not gonna go get anyone pregnant, because apparently every girl that I date is absolutely insane. But you shouldn't get anyone pregnant either unless they're hot. And on that note, hope you guys all have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. I'm out. Peace.